You see them nearly every Sunday on ESPN, the best bowlers in the world competing in the finals of a PBA Tour Championship. But how do they get there? What does it take for your favorite pro to make it to the finals and on to ESPN? Coming up, an all-access behind-the-scenes look at an entire PBA tournament through the eyes of the players. All the great shots, all the inside info, and all the raw emotion that is part of every stage of a PBA event. It's wall-to-wall coverage of the Cheetah Championship from the $2.1 million World Series of Bowling in Detroit. It's qualifying day for the Cheetah Championship at the inaugural PBA World Series of Bowling at Thunderbolt Lanes here in Detroit. And defending Cheetah champion Parker Bone III is in big trouble. The Hall of Famer is in danger of missing the cut.
It's not a matter of being in the cut right now. I'm way out of it. So let's just cross the fingers and hope that we got the right ball for at least a six-bagger every game.
The 32-time title winner isn't the only big name in trouble. Other all-time greats are struggling as well, including Pete Weber and even fellow legend Walter Ray Williams Jr. Some of the tour's younger stars aren't doing much better. Tommy Jones is falling behind, and so is two-handed sensation Jason Belmonte.
Today's been a little rough. I'm very rough around the edges right now, so got a few games left. My goal is to get to about 100 and something over. Good bowling is needed to get to there, but if I can get to there, I'll be pretty happy after the dismal start that I had.
The PBA has set up the World Series of Bowling to be as demanding a test as possible. Over the course of 35 days, 7 PBA Tour Championships, including the Cheetah, will be contested here.
He's the root of all evil, and this whole thing is his fault. It's his fault.
Adding to that demanding schedule is the level of competition. Players from around the world have come to try their luck against the PBA's best.
From an early age, we've been, from 15 and 16, we've been watching the tour. And, I'm watching people like Walter Ray and Norm Duke and Mika. It's pretty cool to be playing against them.
Even one of the PBA's all-time greats has been allowed to return via a golden parachute exemption. Brian Voss is taking full advantage.
For me, it's an opportunity. I've got nothing to prove. I've accomplished a lot out here. But I really feel that when I'm healthy, I can beat the best in the world.
While the bowlers aren't competing head-to-head here on qualifying day, there are only 28 spots available in the tournament's next stage, match play. If you don't make the cut after the 2 7-game sessions of qualifying, you're gone.
We all go through the same process. Bowling, there's no carryovers, there's no buys. We don't get any freebies based off of previous titles or how you bowled the week before. So you have to go back out there. And I think, like most sports, the guys that work hardest are the guys that are being the most successful over the long haul.
Parker Bone is working as hard as he can, trying to find something that will make a difference and stop the bleeding. But ultimately, Parker would fall, finishing 69th out of the 72 competitors with a 206 average over 14 qualifying games.
Well, the biggest thing is when you're bowling on the Cheetah pattern, you know that the dinner bell is ringing. There's a lot of strikes out there to be had. And the look I had pretty much most of the day was a 2-0 or 2-10 look. And you are not going to win this tournament with a 2-0 or 2-10 look.
Among those exiting with Parker would be Pete Weber, Tommy Jones, and Jason Belmonte.
Look, mate, really disappointed, really upsetting. It's a long way from Australia to come out here. You know, if I had to do it all over again, I probably would have changed absolutely everything. There wasn't one thing that I would have kept the same. I felt like all the eyes were on me, and I don't know why I do that to myself. I mean, there's 72 guys out here who are exempt, and, you know, eyes are on everyone.
I threw a lot of different balls, a lot of different angles. You know, the scores were really high. It wasn't very hard to hit the pocket. It was just hard to get your ball to go through the pins the right way. Some guys had it from the go, and some guys found it, and, you know, I just wasn't one of the ones that got through all, you know, I went through everything I had with me, and, you know, chalk it up to not being prepared enough.
I feel like I bowled pretty good. It was who struck and who didn't strike. So, you know, I didn't strike as much as the other guys, so we'll go on to next week.
But what about all-time great Walter Ray Williams? At one point, he was down to 36th, another potential Cheetah victim. But Walter Ray would come alive in the last 3 games, throwing a 255, a 277, and a 279 to jump all the way up to number 14 and claim a berth in match play.
A couple of 270s, that's got me right back into it, so hopefully I can throw some strikes like that tomorrow in match play.
And then there is 32-time PBA Tour title winner Norm Duke.
Watching along this morning. Some guys are real happy. Some guys aren't very happy at all.
What kind of guy are you?
Kind of a mid to top hat. But it's fun watching all the unhappy ones. We get a kick out of that, even though we feel sorry for them.
Duke's destiny in qualifying was never really in doubt, a picture of consistency through the 14 games. Duke would ultimately qualify 3rd. But the one having the most success in qualifying this day wasn't a Norm Duke or a Chris Barnes or even a Wes Malott. That honor would go to a 23-year-old non-exempt player from Cheektowaga, New York, named Ryan Simonelli. Simonelli is a pro, but one who had to earn his way into qualifying for the Cheetah Championship through what's known as a TQR, a tournament qualifying round that consists of 7 games. He dazzled in that event, besting nearly 100 other hopefuls, and is repeating his performance here in Cheetah qualifying against the best bowlers in the world. Throwing an old-school urethane ball, Simonelli dominated qualifying, finishing nearly 90 pins ahead of Malott, Duke, and PBA veteran Jack Jurek.
I'm definitely on cloud 9 right now. I came in with some confidence because of the urethane ball that came out, and it's allowed me to stay in my comfort zone, and it's really been successful for me. So far, there's been enough friction out there for it. Different grip pressures and different ball speeds have been a key, but as long as I can get that ball to the pocket, I'm going to be throwing it.
Simonelli is clearly the star of the qualifying rounds, but match play awaits. Will his good fortune continue?
The PBA Cheetah Championship is brought to you by Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring for less. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By Bear Aspirin, expect wonders. And by the United States Bowling Congress, the all-new bowl.com, your online source for all things bowling. Log on to bowl.com today.